Okay. Whew. Everything's so confusing. There's so much technology you have to learn to deal with. It's not even funny. I mean, seriously. I was trying to get my Oculus connected so I could stream. So I want to stream with my Oculus, and oh shit! Whoopsie! Knocked the chair over. Hang on. I made a lot of rumpus. So yeah, I try to get my Oculus to connect because I want to play. I want to stream playing a game I play because I play Population 1. That's the only game I play. I play Population 1. I haven't played it forever. I played it for a while, but then I stopped playing it for a while. So I haven't played it forever. But I started to play again. So I was trying to get that to stream, and it takes so much to try and get, I'm like, how many accounts I have and how many emails I have, and I had to think about all these things I had to do to connect the Oculus to get it to go onto TikTok so I could stream it. And I was like, what the fuck? My God, there's so much stuff. And then, you know, the biggest problem is that there's so little music news right now because it's Christmas. So there's not a ton of stuff on the music front when it comes to that. Ken's, what's up? So yeah, there's not a ton of music news. It's sparse. So yeah, so I was trying to get my gaming to go, but I just couldn't get it done beforehand. I'll try and do it after the whole music trivia thing. I'll try and do that afterwards. I'll try and reconnect it. It took me forever to figure out my password to a different account I haven't used forever because it's like, well, log in. I'm like, okay, I put my name in there. It's like, somebody has that name. I'm like, yeah, it's me. I was like, I have that name. I was like, but I want to log in. It's like, no, you can't. Someone has that name. I'm like, but I don't want it. I want to log into the account, not create a new account. It's always something, right? Technology, telling you. We need like a thing that can hold our passwords and store them. Wouldn't that be great? I just love that. Oh, someone's loving me. I love it. Who's hitting the like button? They're just killing it. Look at that. 250 likes already. I had 1,000 last night. 1,000 likes last night. But I bet it was Jello. Jello's awesome. Jello gets to hang out with my puppy dog. She's going to hang out with my dog. Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. Reckon was probably wearing the shirt. No. Tell me where I'll leave the shirt. I'll leave a shirt for you. I told you I would. I've got a 2X sitting here right now with your name on it. I'll put it in a Ziploc bag and I'll put it outside. Just tell me where. It'll be waiting for you tomorrow. Okay? You come by tomorrow and you can pick it up. Promise. I'll do that. I will do that. I will give away one of my shirts. I'll give away a Randsanity shirt. All right? I was thinking of doing that anyway. I was thinking of doing nightly trivia and giving away a T-shirt every single night. But then people have to get it mailed to them. And who's going to give me their address for me to ship them stuff? Hey, so you won. Give me your address. Boo ha ha ha. I'm going to be like, hell no, man. I'm not giving you my address. Well, then what I'll have to do is maybe give you a coupon. You can get it off the Randsanity website. That'll work. I can give away a T-shirt a day. You can go to the Randsanity website. You can look at the shirt you want to get, and you can pick it out. And I can give you a coupon for one free shirt. How's that work? I could do that. I bet I could work that out. I could figure that out. That's what I'm going to do. Me. I will. Oh, Jello, I'll give you a shirt. You know that. I think I already gave you one. Didn't you already get a shirt? Didn't you get a shirt? Come on. Tell me you didn't get a shirt. I'd be really bummed if you didn't get a shirt, okay? That would make me very sad. Sad. Super sad. Listen to this one. The record is probably turning my shirt. Yes, I will get you a shirt. Come on, Jello. What up with that? I can put it on right now. Yes, sweet. There you go. Mama. All right. So not a lot of music news. The music news slows down. The one thing I found that I thought was pretty funny was this. Metallica is here to enhance our holidays with an unexpected gift. The legendary thrash metal band has spoken a word version of The Night Before Christmas, narrated by frontman James Hetfield. Yes, that is correct. James Hetfield, to celebrate the holidays with Metallica, is reciting this classic Christmas poem. They've delivered an early holiday gift to fans in the form of "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." I did not get a chance to listen to it yet, but I'm going to. According to Metal Hammer, the rendition's premiere of Metallica's own Sirius XM channel, Maximum Metallica, It has since been uploaded to YouTube. Grab your cocoa and settle in by the fire before your long winter's nap for the reading of "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" by Papa Het. Reads a message on the clip. So yes, I am totally going to listen to, the Night Before Christmas, Lars, James, Kirk, and Robert. As Metallica closes out their 2025 with a holiday surprise for our fans, there couldn't be more exciting plans on the horizon, maybe even a run of shows at the Las Vegas Sphere. Now, I would go see that, okay? I've not been to the Sphere for a show, but I would definitely call in a favor and be like, yo, my label buddy, let me get some tickets to the Sphere. I want to go see Metallica in the Sphere. That would be my thing, Woo! Jello, what's up? Loving it. All right, so for several months, rumors have swirled that the band might be plotting a run of shows at the state-of-the-art venue in Las Vegas. Bassist from Metallica, Robert Trujillo, even weighed in on the speculation. The musician said that even if it happens, it would be something no heavy rock band has done yet. Okay, so that may be a precursor. I'm already thinking and imagining this. Imagine, because Metallica's music is so visual, during an appearance on the Sirius X-Men's Trunk Nation, imagine a song like 1986 Orion and what you can do with that. The possibilities are endless. He later added, so for me, it's again like a dream come true. We'll see what happens. I know we're talking about it, and hopefully it's going to happen. I want it to happen. I totally want it to happen because I would go see that. Metallica would be the first metal band to play the Vegas Sphere if they did it. If you think about it, think about Metallica inside that. No heavy metal rock band has done that yet. If they play the Sphere, it'll be the first metal band to ever perform there. There'll be a lot of history for their band and a lot of history for the music there. A lot of visual stimulation on that. So let's see what happens. The idea of the band playing the Sphere was first addressed by Lars Ulrich, Metallica's founding drummer. He told Howard Stern that the band has been considering a residency, according to Rolling Stone, but never confirmed concrete plans. So I don't know, but go ahead and go to YouTube and go look for "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" by Metallica. Oh, it's genius. Like I said, have not listened to it, but it sounds like it'll be absolutely brilliant. Like, why wouldn't it be? Why would Metallica doing "The Night Before Christmas" not be brilliant? That's like, go the fuck to sleep. I love that. It's just too brilliant. All of it, right there. Every little bit of it. All right. Now this one I was like, really? Chuck Berry? Chuck Berry was arrested after taking a 14-year-old Janice Noreen, who, unbeknown to Berry, was working as a prostitute across a state line. He was sentenced to 5 years in jail, but apparently after the judge made a bunch of racist comments, they dismissed the whole case. 1959, welcome to the middle of the movie. Wow, that sounds like a societal issue right there. There's a lot to unpack there. I'm just going to let all of that just go. I don't need to unpack any of that. In 1966, Ready, Steady, Go. Now, that was actually a show, okay? It was for the last time. It was Musicians Union in the UK enforced a ban on miming. And this was basically lip syncing. This is what the Beatles, a bunch of stuff the Beatles did, never made it because they weren't allowed to lip sync on shows. The special guests for the farewell show were Mick Jagger, The Who, Eric Burden, Spencer Davis Group, Donovan, and a couple others. But it stopped a lot of recorded concerts from being performed because they couldn't lip sync them in London because of this music union. And also, Ready, Steady, Go is a song that you can listen to now that you've heard it in movie soundtracks. So it's actually a really good one. It's kind of electronica. Yeah, that's what I would say it is. Electronica. All right. So, I mean, it's basically the night before Christmas. So I hope everybody's, got their elf on the shelf doing good things and everything else. Unwrap your presents or get your presents wrapped and get ready for all the, wake up too early, have hot cocoa, drink Jägermeister for breakfast. Wait, did I say Jägermeister? Wait, what did I say? I didn't say Jägermeister for breakfast, did I? Yeah, that was a tradition in the house. Professor Copperpot, what's up? In the house. There he is. Yeah, that was one of those things. German ancestry. They used to send Jägermeister over. It was medicine, according to Grandpa. So we drank it for breakfast as kids. I was like, yeah, it's bitter. It's a great taste. No wonder I grew up loving Jägermeister. Yes, any kid. Happy Festivus. It is Festivus. Oh, should we do the feats of strength? I can probably find do the feats of strength. Let's see. What can I break? I can air the grievances. I can totally do the airing of grievances. I've had enough of you people. I'm sick and tired of it. Nobody commenting. Airing of the grievances. And the feats of strength. Oh, yes, the feats of strength. Oh, that's amazing. I should find a couple of... I've got those really strong magnets. I'll see if I can separate them. I can't, actually. I know I can't, because when they hit together, they'll shatter. I have to put stuff between them. They're so strong. You have to slide them past each other. The feats of strength. That's funny. I like that. Happy Festivus. Very nice. Very nice. I love this. So, in 1972, the Grand Funk Railroad Band, there was a manager. The former manager's name was Terry Knight. He apparently showed up at a concert that the band, was performing, and with a court order in his hand, he basically came in to seize $1 million in money or assets. Like, hey, guys, I have a court order here for you to give me $1 million right this minute. Either I'm taking the money from the box office or I'm taking your equipment and everything about it. Apparently, at least the cops said that they told the ex-manager that he couldn't take anything until after the show. So he couldn't actually stop the show from happening, but he did proceed to try and take $1 million in cash. But that's genius. I love that. Yeah, hi. I know you're about to go on stage, but I'm here to collect $1 million. Hey, if you got it, you might as well collect it, right? Oh, happy Festivus. That's so funny. I love that. That is the best. That is absolutely fucking brilliant. Fucking brilliant. Brilliant. 1985, LL Cool J, at a concert he was holding on in Baltimore, Maryland, that on this day, on the 23rd, 3 people were shot and wounded and 1 person was trampled during a performance that he had at a roller rink. First of all, what in the fuck are you doing playing at a roller rink? That's what I want to know. I mean, seriously. And 2, what kind of roller rink is this? We have 3 people shot. And so else. I can imagine once the shooting started, the trampling started. That only makes sense because no one's going to be standing there. Are those shots fired? No, they're going to run for the door and trample everyone in the way. Which is not funny. Sorry. I don't mean to. I'm not laughing at the tragedy of being trampled. It's just, the idea of, yes, shots fired, people are running, you're heading for the doors. So yes, trampling will happen. So it seems like that's kind of the thing. This is this sad story about Judas Priest in 1985, where those 2 kids, Raymond Belkamp and James Vance, shot themselves after listening to Judas Priest's Stained Class. The 2 had drunk beer, smoked marijuana, and then listened to hours of the album. Afterwards, they basically, committed self-harm. Let's put it that way. Playground. The Belkamp kid, done. The Vance kid, serious injuries, but he lived for 3 years and then eventually succumbed to the whole thing. But this is where his parents, they sued Judas Priest, and they sued the record label, and they sued everybody, basically saying that there were subliminal messages that told them to do it. This thing went to court, and it was a big deal. There was a big deal about this. It was sort of part of this whole, PMRC, stuff. Live music for 10 minutes. You're not eligible for. Oh, interesting. Okay. I guess I can't say anything about those words. Sorry. My bad. Yes, those kids they were not well, obviously. But this went to court, and this was a big deal. And, it finally eventually got thrown out. But this is sort of the whole PMRC, Tipper Gore, a lot of that came out of this thing when it came to, lyrics in songs about their effect on kids. So that was a big deal, definitely a big deal. Phil Collins in 1989 started a 4-week run at #1 on the U.S. singles chart with Another Day in Paradise. It was his 7th solo #1, and it was taken from his album, but seriously, Another Day in Paradise? It was actually written to bring attention to the problem of homelessness. Now, hopefully I won't get dinged for saying homelessness. Yes, Tipper Gore. That's what I was saying there, Professor. Yeah, Tipper Gore is the one that did the thing called the PRMC. It was the Parents' Rights Music Commission, I believe. PRMC, I believe. PRMC. But I'm almost sure that's Tipper Gore. Tipper Gore. Parents Music Resource Center, the PMRC. It was the woman who founded the PMRC, or Tipper Gore, senator of of Al Gore. Susan Baker, who was the treasurer of Secretary James Baker's wife, Pam Howard, wife of Washington real estate guy Raymond Howard, and Sally Nevis. She was the wife of. I had it up. But anyway, this was a big deal. This affected a lot of music. It's why we have all the warning labels on albums now, basically, if there's cursing or violence or anything else, because of this whole, PRMC thing. The songs there was a lot of them that they talked about. Prince, Darling Nikki, Sheena Easton, Sugar Walls, Judas Priest, Eat Me Alive, Vanity, Strap On Robbie, Motley Crue, Bastard, AC/DC, Let Me Put My Love in You, Twisted Sister, We're Gonna Take It, Madonna, Dress You Up, Wasp, Animal, basically, Def Leppard, High and Dry, Merciful Fate, In the Coven, Black Sabbath, Trash, Mary Jane Girls, In My House, Venom, Possessed, and Cyndi Lauper, She Bop, of all things. So this went to the Senate. So this happened in August of '85. So this was right on top of this Judas Priest thing. So a lot of musicians came out. This was Dee Snider, Frank Zappa, even John Denver came out to protest against it because he didn't want, that whole, censorship of music. But yes, so that was part of this whole thing that came out of this Judas Priest incident, unfortunately. So I will not speak of those words anymore. I don't want TikTok to get mad at me. Jeez. Eddie Hazel in 1992, who was the original guitarist for George Clinton's funk rock band Funkadelic, died in Plainfield, New Jersey. Now, Plainfield, New Jersey is like right next to where I grew up. I didn't even realize that he died in 1992 and basically right next to my hometown. How crazy is that? He died of liver failure. Well, usually if you die of liver failure because you've been hurting your liver, liver is evil and it must be punished. I have a shirt that says that. It says, liver is evil, must be punished. Yes, nothing shocking Jane's addiction. It's true. Hazel left the group before its biggest One Nation Under Groove Part 1, but he was involved with Funkadelic for a long time. In an interview published in Spin Magazine in 1994, Courtney Love stated that her husband Kurt Cobain's drug problems and constant threats drove her almost to. Love said that she put wow, I can't talk about any of this stuff, can I? Anyway, The incident occurred only weeks before Kurt left us in April of 1994. So, Nikki Sixx, who we talked about dropping dead on arrival after a heroin overdose for 2 minutes. 2 weeks after his divorce from Playboy playmate Brandy Brandt, Motley Crue bassist Nikki Sixx married TV's Baywatch star and former Playboy Playmate of the Month Donna DiRuccio. Oh, Nikki Sixx. And then he had a heroin overdose. Have you seen what this guy looks like? I'm like, man, very interesting. Now, this is lovely. I think this is just funny. Sorry, it's, but George Harrison's home in Maui in the Hawaiian Islands was broken into by Christian Keller, who, she cooked herself a frozen pizza, drank beer from the fridge, started to do some laundry, and phoned her mother in New Jersey. She was later arrested and charged with burglary and theft. But I love that. I think that's just so great. I mean, yeah, do a little laundry in George Harrison's house, make a pizza, drink a beer or two. What's up? Make yourself at home. I mean, why not? Right, I would have done the same thing. I mean, why not? Why wouldn't you? If you're going to be inside like someone's famous house, why not just make yourself at home? I mean, I could do that. I could totally make myself at home in somebody else's house. Kick your feet up, put the cable on, watch a little tube, take a nap. Probably take a nap in the sunshine like a cat on the couch. But how do you find out about that? That's just like, Oh, man, that's just too much. In 2002, Paul McCartney was granted his own coat of arms by the College of Arms. The English heraldic body formed in 1484. The crest featured a bird that appeared to be holding a guitar in its claw. The motto, Ishi Cor Minum, Latin for Behold My Heart, which is the title of the oration he composed. Interesting. I mean, sure. I guess you get a coat of arms if you're Sir Paul McCartney, right? I mean, why not? Weirder things happen to people, I guess. Now, this one I was like, why? But sure, you could. Geezer Butler, this is his name, who was the bass player for Black Sabbath, offered a $9,000 reward for any information leading to the safe return of Toga. Now, not a toga, Toga. Toga is a 3-month-old penguin that had been stolen from the zoo on the Isle of Wight 3 days earlier. So, Geezer Butler offered a $9,000 reward for the return of a penguin that was stolen from a zoo on the Isle of Wight. I'm sure. I mean, someone had to, right? I mean, is the zoo not offering a reward? Who steals a penguin in the first place? How do you steal a penguin in the second place? Why do you steal a penguin in the third place? I mean, there's a joke that most people, only people would remember it. Many years ago at the radio station, the zoo brought a penguin in, and it was a penguin. It was hilarious. We put him up on the on the table, and it was cute. It was great. But penguins don't make noise, and we're on the radio. So you couldn't see the penguin. So describing that there was a great penguin, like there's a penguin right now sitting on the studio bench with me, so you can see it. It's right here. But you can't, okay? Because I don't have a fucking penguin with me. But on the radio, you couldn't tell because, it was live radio. And it was the worst, interview ever with a penguin. So I then used that as sort of a standard for which interviews were done for decades after that. Because I was like, we're going to have this thing in the studio. I said, yeah, we're going to have a live penguin in the studio. I'm like, that would be a no. Okay? Unless you have video rolling, no one gives a crap and you can lie about it. There's no sizzle to that steak. You're basically got this piece of meat just sitting there. It's like, yeah, well, I've got this happening right in front of me. Okay, unless you're really good at describing every detail about it, which you're not, you know. But concrete goose is one thing, okay? I can steal a concrete goose, all right? I could steal a concrete goose. That's easy. But a fucking penguin is alive. And what are you going to do with it? I mean, that's the big question. You know, what do you do with a penguin? I mean, it would make a fun pet, I guess, right? But explain that to me. Explain to me a penguin theft. And what do you get charged with for stealing a penguin? I mean, is it worth grand theft? Is it, $600? Is it, alive? So how does that work? I don't know. I would be very interested to know exactly what stealing a penguin entails. I mean, like, how do you steal a penguin? But anyway, Geezer Butler wanted to get it back, so he offered $9,000 to get the safe return of Toga, the penguin from the Isle of Wight. Why not? Why not? In 2007, the band The Police were named the highest earning tour group of the past year. Now, this is kind of funny to me because I see these numbers now, okay? They brought in the most money of any band. It was a 54-date North American tour, and it generated almost double that of the second place act, country star Kenny Chesney. Okay? Now, 54 dates in North America, the Police earned in 2007, ready for this one? $132 million. I mean, it's nothing to laugh at. I would say, sure, I'll take $132 million in a second. But remember, Taylor Swift, 60 shows, she earned $1 billion. $1 billion. According to, the Polestar and Billboard, $1 billion. I mean, that's nuts. So 20 years, not even 20 years later, she earned $1 billion. So God love Taylor Swift. Man. Okay. That's just some serious cash, people. With a B for boy. In 2008, Michael Jackson's spokesperson denied reports the singer was suffering from a rare respiratory disease and was in need of a lung transplant. Dr. Tome, I'm not making that up. The guy's name is Tome. Like, Tome. Said in a statement issued to Reuters, the stories claiming the singer was unwell were not true. He added the author, Ian Halpern, had made the claims to promote his unauthorized biography of the 50-year-old singer. Well, that's, I think that's called self-grandization, right? But I mean, when did Michael Jackson actually die? I mean, what year was that? Right? He died when? It was 2000 It was 2009, so it was a year later after this. So this guy was claiming this shit was happening in 2008, and Jackson died in 2009. So, I mean, if he's saying it, so it's this time of year. So it's happening at Christmas time in 2008, and he died in June of 2009. It's only 6 months later. So whether it was that he was, suffering a respiratory disease and needed a lung transplant or something, he did in fact die 6 months later. So maybe he wasn't so far off, or he was a good guesser, a good prognosticator. I mean, I don't know. You tell me. Yeah, right, 2009. So I thought. I remember we had a huge party for it. Because we were the only radio station that was live on the air. So all the news crews came down and everything. And because all the stations couldn't report on it because they all had, robots working overnight, even back in 2009, or they had nobody. They would just put the stations on autopilot. And because we actually had a live DJ, we were like, oh my God, Michael Jackson died. So the minute we heard the news, we busted out and, had a huge party and people came down and, played Michael Jackson songs and everything else. So the news crews came down and, because it was a big deal. It was a sort of a worldwide phenomenon. But yeah, we had to jump on every other radio station in the city because, again, nobody was there. So that was the one thing where we always tried to keep jocks on the overnights when we could, because, yeah, when stuff happened, whoops, and then the next morning they're like, oh, yeah, and they couldn't do anything about it because they were, basically caught behind the eight ball. Just how that worked. None of that stuff, didn't really go too much. Let's see. Nope, don't care about that. So this is we're talking about Mariah Carey again because it's this time of year for Mariah Carey. So back on the chart top last year in 2024, she made it back onto the #1 spot with All I Want for Christmas Is You. It was taken from her fourth studio album and the first holiday album, Merry Christmas, from 1994. 1994. Okay? So as of 2023, the Associated Press estimated that the song's royalty earnings at $100 million. And they estimate that Mariah Carey personally makes about $2.5 million per year from that one song alone. $2.5 million from one song alone. That's crazy. She said when she recorded All I Want for Christmas Is You at the Hit Factory in New York City in August of 1994, that they had the whole studio decked out in Christmas decorations, including trees and mistletoe. I mean, why not? But think about that. It didn't go to #1 until last year, but it was made 23 years ago in 1994. But she still was making $100 million from it. Yeah, that's a good chunk of change. No shit. Right? I mean, wowsy. Nothing to sneeze at. I definitely am not going to be, unhappy about making $2.5 million a year for a song that I did 23 years ago. Just saying. Born on this day, Chet Baker. He died at the age of 59. He would have been 94 today. Jorma Kaukonen of Jefferson Airplane and Hot Tuna, 85 today. Jorma lives here in Ohio. So he plays all the time. Well, he used to. There'd always be like a Jorma show. He'd show up at like Comfest and, he would just show up in all these random places. So yeah, Jorma was always here. I think he was born in like Washington, D.C., but yeah, he's actually in Ohio all the time now. Adrian Belew, 74 years old today. Let's see. Dave Murray of Iron Maiden, 69 today. Eddie Vedder of Pearl Jam, 61 today. Happy birthday to Mr. Vedder. And Finn Wolfhard of Stranger Things is 23 today. Of all craziness. I didn't find anybody that died of any real note, so I didn't put a whole lot of death in it. It's the holidays. We don't need to talk about death, right? Unless it's Scrooge, And then obviously, you've got the Ghost of Christmas Past, Ghost of Christmas Present, Ghost of Christmas Future. One song, making all that money. Yeah, that's it, man. So let's make a song. Let's make a Christmas song. We just need to make one Christmas song that goes to #1, and we're set for life. Just has to be, something very Christmassy, apparently. It could be the Chipmunks to go, because remember, the Chipmunks did go to #1 in 1958 with their Christmas song. A Chipmunk's Christmas. I had to listen to that the other day, because I was researching Christmas songs, and I was like, holy crap, that's 1958 that song came out. But yes, Mariah Carey. So she made $100 million from that song, All I Want for Christmas Is You. From 1994. $2.5 million a year. Crazy. You have to love that. That's the good stuff right there. So I hope everybody's ready for Christmas. Like I said, it's the 23rd. So tomorrow will be Christmas Eve. So hopefully nobody has to work tomorrow. Your last day of work was today. School is done, and everybody gets to have a little vacation time, a little holiday cheer, whether you're celebrating Christmas or not. You hopefully get the time off. You don't get stuck working at Lowe's or somewhere like that. And the bosses don't give you the time off. We did not give people the time off for Christmas. Hey, radio 24/7, man. Someone had to work Christmas Eve. So, it kind of drew the short straw. We had people working it. You had to work Christmas Eve and New Year's Day and all that stuff because, that's when the part-timers got to shine. They got to have this nice big space. Off to the beginning of the year, right? Well, I'm off until I find a job. No. I work. I work all the time. I work every day. I clean today. Today I was a cleaning fool. I had to go to a construction site and clean. Loved it. Dusting and drywall dust and, just dirt and grime and cleaning and vacuuming. And, yep, that's what I did today to earn my keep. Oh, man. So we'll see what 2026 brings. I think it's going to bring great tidings and great joy to people. And then I think also it's going to be great suffering and great hardships to people as well. So, that's the way it works. But, I'm looking forward to new adventures. I'm going to try and do a very adventurous 2026 and beyond. So if you discover that I am not here, it's because I'm adventuring. But I'll always record it. That's the whole point of adventuring, right? You record the adventures and that we can share them with everybody and say, like, here's the crazy shit I did yesterday. I just need to have my team do their editing because I am such a bad editor. I'm not good. So not good at it. I would give you more information on music stuff, but like I said, this time of year, it just slows down so badly. There's not a lot, there's just not a lot that comes out. The new music really slows down. That's just the way it goes, It's always been that way. Always, always, always. I see a couple of things also, but there's we don't need to about sad and also sad and no, all those things. We're not going to talk about any of those things because they're all things that are just sad. I don't want to do sad things for, Christmas. It's the holidays. We have to be happy. Happy holidays. That kind of stuff, right? Perfect. Anyone have any questions? Any music questions that you'd like to ask? I'm totally open for a music question. Maybe a pirate radio station, 26. You never know. Maybe a pirate radio station. The problem with pirate radio is that the FCC really frowns on pirate radios. We'll see. Maybe I can do a streaming pirate radio station. I think I might be able to find a team that would love to do it. I know some people that would probably love to do it. We could maybe do a streaming pirate radio station. We'll see. We could possibly do that. We might be able to get one or two people that would be interested in listening to a pirate radio station. Would they? Would you be interested in a pirate radio station? Possibly. Hell's yes. Absolutely. No way. We'll see. I don't know. It's a lot of work, and the problem is that there are. Yeah, we'll see. There's a huge expense to getting it started. That's the biggest problem. It's just there's a lot of equipment that's necessary for it. So, we'll see. Maybe we can do something. You never know. We'll get a grant, right, from the NEA. No, we're not getting a grant. No one's going to give us fucking money because we need a lot of it. So that's why I have to do this to earn money so we can restart that. So that's why we have to have lots of followers and get lots of hearts and roses and whatever the hell else it is and likes and blast out some stuff so we can earn money to do this. Otherwise, none of this happens because none of it's for free because everyone's like, pay me royalties. I want my money. That's what they say. It's true. They do. I definitely have dealt with people who have exactly words are that. Pay me my money. Because, see, remember, I have this here just for this reason alone. See, right there. See, it says it. That's what it says. There's a reason. There's a reason why that sits right there. And that came from a band, believe it or not. It came from a band. That's the way that works. Fuck you, pay me. All right. All right. Well, it's almost time for me to depart and let all the people go. You know, see, is it? No, it's Christmas Eve, so presents are open not tomorrow morning, Thursday morning. See, I never remember. I never get up early enough to do that. Santa's come and gone, and, you know, the reindeer have eaten all the cookies and the milk's spoiled. So I don't remember. I'm a horrible, horrible Santa Claus. But, you know, someone has to do it. Oh, shit, I should have dressed as Santa Claus. I have a Santa thing, so. But it's all good. All good. Anyway, have a good, great Christmas Eve, and I'll see you tomorrow, Christmas Eve. Maybe we'll do a truncated version. We'll see. We'll see. I might try and not monopolize your time on Christmas Eve. But you never know. Yes, always open. Exactly. See, open presents on the 24th. Some people open your presents on the 24th, some open on the 25th. I think it's just a matter of when families do it. It's just the time of year, so hopefully you get everything you wanted and then some, and give everybody the gift of joy. Okay? I'll give the gift of gratitude, since I'm grateful. Grateful to be here and grateful to have all of you people here watching, stopping in, saying hello, and everything else. So I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow, and we'll go from there. All right? So thank you. Have a stupendous Christmas Eve day, and try not to spill it on a laptop that I just bought. And we'll go ahead and do this one and say we'll fade to black. All righty. Let's see what we can do here. Go this way and close that. Say goodbye. Good night.